The playoffs are here, and you can predict the action all the way to the finals with FanDuel Predicts. Predict the spread, the total points, and even the game-winning moments that make the playoffs. Sign up and get a $25 bonus with FanDuel Predicts.
Offered by FanDuel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant. 18-plus bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with their consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
On a local level, this past week, 2 children in or near the warmth, the privacy, the safety of their own homes and cities and towns, American citizens, just kids, escaped abduction here. Because we keep talking foreign. And I know this is not necessarily connected, but I've been thinking about this so much about how even parents are realizing maybe perhaps that what you have been talking about for years in terms of the vulnerability of children, this is not just not a bumper sticker comment. This is real. Can you just address this?
Yeah, there has been a rash epidemic. Basically, media has not really covered it too much at all. I've been getting different press releases or sources giving me information. The 2 cases you're referring to, and remember, these are 2 cases we know about. There could be 20 more that are not reported, right? This topic, trafficking, exploiting, people they close their eyes. They don't want to talk about it. They want to forget about it. But what happened is a little girl at her family home, 5 years old, she just went to the front.
5.
Little front door to the curb to put out the bag of garbage for her mom. A stranger drove up, jumped out of the car, and tried to grab her. Okay? That's one story. Second story, 14-year-old walking home from school, right? Nice neighborhood. I could see the manicured lawns by herself. Another car drove up, physically tried to force her, take her, and put her in the car. We're telling everybody about this. You know, this basically is a warrior's PSA because we have to get back to the days of, we all remember stranger danger, right? Like everybody remembers.
Both of these young girls, though, fought back. I mean, are you going to?
Well, that's what I want to explain.
Okay,
that's
sure.
what, we remember the stranger danger. We have to remind ourselves and our children, okay, what you have to do. And these 2, okay, one's 5, one's 14 girls. You have to make so much noise. You have to scream. You have to kick, and you have to do everything in your power to run away. The screaming alone will most likely, they'll take off because they're looking to put the fear of God in a child, and then easily the child goes, numb, and they can take the child or force the child into a car. But we have increased cases of actually off the streets taking children, out of a supermarket, out of Walmarts, out of parking lots at these big malls and things, physically just taking them, okay? So please, everybody, all of our warriors out there, refresh yourselves, talk to your kids. This is not paranoia. This is happening. Teach your children, if anybody comes near them, to scream their heads off, to kick, and to run. And luckily, these 2 girls did get away. And also, these 2 men, in this case, were caught. We don't like a lot of surveillance because people tell me this all the time. But you know what? These 2 men were caught because people did have Ring doorbells on their house, and they were able to see the cars and the license plates. But how desperate is this? They're snatching our children off the streets.
It's just incredible that when you think about this recently, there was, in fact, May, this past week, was the anniversary of sorts, this is terrible, of Eitan Pates. And people remember at the time, this was 1979, where it was almost unheard of. A child, even in New York City, abducted. I mean, we have to reprogram and reorient ourselves. That changed everything. Back to the subject again of child trafficking or human trafficking in view of the World Cup. How has technology changed the face of trafficking?
It has changed it completely. We work with law enforcement, so social media And all of these apps allow the traffickers easily to recruit, to groom, and to advertise. That's the whole thing. Advertise victims faster than ever. So exploitation increases. It begins online long before there's any physical trafficking occurring. And that is the difficult part for law enforcement, to track, these URLs, to track the monies, because look, we have all this crypto today. So a lot of this trafficking is done in Bitcoin and these other cryptocurrencies. And, that is the thing. Law enforcement, repeatedly, there is good technology to track all this down. There is ethical, good AI that could help us, right? Because we're always railing against AI and the harms. There's some good artificial intelligence and programs. And what do I hear all the time? Lynn, we don't have the resources to buy the technology. And we're not talking, think about, big cities like New York, Chicago, and we're talking small towns.